Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. We're here with another video, y'all, and yes, I have a new intro. Make sure y'all hit that like, comment, subscribe, and also hit that little notification bell so you can get notified when I upload. I am using my 3XL square no C-curve tips from Bomb Nails, also my beautiful cover birthday suit along with my size 16 Kolinsky brush from Bomb Nails, and we're going to get into this beautiful St. Patrick's Day set. I'm doing a collaboration with my beautiful angel, Miss Toy. If you are not following Toy, I'm going to leave her link down in the description below, so you can go ahead and follow her. Her @ is Juan's Wife Toy. She's an amazing creator. She does beautiful nails. She is new to the platform as far as being a creator, and I am so proud of her. Her videos, like, she came in swinging, y'all. Like, when I saw her first video, I was so happy. I was like, oh my God, where did you come from with all your little freaking doodahs and edits? Because, y'all, when you first start this, y'all, a lot of people don't know as far as editing, how to do the little, like, tricks and things like that, and Toy's been studying. Apparently she did great, and she's been doing great, and I just absolutely love Toy. Toy has been with me since the very beginning of my channel, and I think I even knew her prior to my channel. I'm almost 100% sure, well, let me say 90% sure, because I'm not 100. I'm almost 90% sure I met Toy in another creator's lives that we used to go to and watch videos. However, I could be mistaken, because this particular creator had there was two toys that went in there. So I may be mistaken. Toy, correct me if I'm wrong. But Toy has been with me since the beginning of my channel. It's funny because I go back, y'all, and I watch my old videos, like my old lives, not per se videos, just my old lives where I'm interacting and I'm doing nails, and they were horrible. No lighting, nothing, but I always hear myself talking to Toy, and I'm like, holy God, Toy's been with me since the beginning of my channel. Like, she's never given up on me, y'all, and you can appreciate people like that, because, listen, we go through a lot of trials and tribulations on these platforms, especially if you are, successful on this platform. It comes with a lot of, we talked about this last video, it comes with a lot of sometimes hate and things like that, and Toy has just never budged on her support and love for me. And I have a lot of girls like that, but this is not about y'all today. This is about my angel Toy. She's never budged on her support. She's never stopped supporting me because of something. She's never. She's just always been around, always been like a very strong support system for me. And I appreciate her so much for that, because a lot of times we can get caught up in the popularity contest of everything. And it's like, oh, well, this person doesn't like her, so I won't like her, or, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And some people get very much caught up in that. And they'll choose a side, or, and Toy, along with a couple other people, have not ever done that to me. They support everybody. And I can really respect women like that, because it's about content creation and the nails. This is not a popularity contest at all. And you have to respect women who are around you like that. You just have to. There's no denying it. So I give my utmost respect to my girl Toy. I love her so much. She's just been just a strong force in my life, as far as somebody who supports me and always, guides me in the right directions. Also, while co-signing all of my bullshit, we love that, okay? We love a good co-signer. And Toy, if you didn't know, I'd co-sign all your bullshit too. But anyway, y'all, if y'all seen my new intro, y'all, that was made by my lovely freaking Toy. She surprised me with it. Thank you so much. She told me that I didn't know if she told me that I didn't have to shout her out, but I didn't know if it was more like, don't shout me out so people don't ask me for intros. Or I don't want recognition for the intro, but I'm going to give her the recognition, because she surprised me all. As y'all know, I've been looking for a new intro for a while. My original one was made by an old friend of mine, and I've just, it's just a reminder of something that was a very hurtful time in my life, so especially on this platform. So I've been trying to create my own. I have a hard time. I don't know why. I have the Canva app, but it's just, they're hard to put together, especially when I don't have like a laptop. I have my work laptop, And then my other laptop is just not, it's very slow for certain programs. So I haven't been able on my phone to create an intro, and she's heard me talk about it many times that I've needed and wanted a new intro, and baby made me a new intro, y'all. So I am so happy about that. Also, I wanted my intro to be a little bit shorter. A lot of people have actually complained about my old intro, saying the music was too loud or like it was a little bit long. And most people either have a very short intro or a very or no intro at all. I know some people have no intros at all. But I love my new little intro, y'all. I'm so happy because it's just like a positive, it's like a new beginning, kind of. Just like this positive reassurance. Now, my old, the reason why I never got rid of it or discarded it after everything that happened was because I had paid for that intro. And I paid good money for that intro and outro. So I wanted to put it to use. You know, when you pay for things, it's not like somebody just giving it to you where it's like, okay, this was gifted to me, and you know, I wanted to put my use to it, especially paying what I paid for it. So thank you so much, Toy, for making me a new intro out of the kindness of your heart. I know you've heard me 100 times say I need a new intro. I need a new intro. I can't find somebody to make me a new intro. I've even put on Instagram, y'all, on my Instagram story. Does anybody know anybody who makes intros? Nobody ever reached out. Like, nobody knows how to make intros. So thank you so much, Toy. That was freaking an amazing surprise. And I hold it dear and near to my heart. And she even put the little Bomb Nails logo in it. Like, what? Like, what? Oh my God. Anyway, y'all, we're doing St. Patty's Day sets. I'm not going to blather through this whole application. I'm going to let y'all watch the application, and then we're going to get into some nail art. I did leave a little bit of filing in the video, but not too much because we are doing nail art. So yeah, this will be uploaded sometime today. I think Me and Toy will be releasing them today, which is, is today Wednesday? Yes, today is Wednesday, baby. A couple days away from Freestyle Friday. But yeah, so I'm gonna let y'all watch the application, and I will be back, y'all, because we got some things to talk about. I love y'all, so go ahead and watch this application, and I will be back. All right, y'all, I'm back, and these are what the nails are looking like after we have filed and buffed. Also, I will be using my 3D Nails by Dev brush, my 15 millimeter and 8 millimeter liner brushes from Bomb Nails. Also, my new Madam Glam polish, 24 karat. I will also be using Nail Reserve's Acid Green. And what is the other one? Electric green. These are beautiful greens. And I will also be going in first with my matte top coat. As y'all know, I do that before I do nail art, y'all. So yeah, y'all, we're going to be doing some St. Patty's Day designs. I came up with these all by myself. I didn't get any inspo for these. I just knew I wanted to do something cute. So yeah, I kind of just winged it, and they came out nice this time. Sometimes when I wing it, y'all, it doesn't come out nice. Anyway, y'all, how's everybody been doing? Welcome. I should have said this in the beginning. Welcome if you are new. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Also, go subscribe to my girl, Juan's Wife Toys. She's an amazing creator. Again, she will be linked down below in the description, along with all this beautiful product I'm using. And yeah, so let's, I wanted to talk about something, that really hit close to home for me. Like, was a case out of Florida, Madeline Soto, this little girl, 13 years old, disappeared. She was dropped off at school by her mother's boyfriend and never to be seen again until they recently just found this baby's body. That hits close to home for me only because, you never know. I don't care if somebody has a background or not. You just never know. I think they say children with mothers who date are 20 times, yes, children with mothers who date are 20 times more likely to be abused. And that is a fact. It could be even higher because that is a serious thing, y'all. So anyway, this baby girl, her mother's boyfriend, I don't know why this is not his daughter. I have a daughter, outside of my last relationship, with my son's father. And well, let's talk about her first. So the little 13-year-old girl, they found out the mother's boyfriend happened to kill her, rape her. They found all kinds of stuff in his phone for child abuse. They have not stated, though, if it was the little girl in the video that was enduring the child abuse, but they said that they found stuff in his phone. I think they said he tried to factory reset his phone the day the girl went missing. And one thing about electronics, y'all, is everything has a backup system. So for Apple, it's iCloud. For Android, it's Google. And things get backed up. So when you think you're erasing things, you're not. So anyway, this guy was on the news crying behind the mother, cracking knuckles. Like, it was so weird, y'all. If y'all know about this case, leave a comment down below. And the reason this hits so close to home for me is because you do not know who you're having around your children. Okay. I remember, there was a time where I had to run to Walmart with my brother, and my son's father was coming to pick him up, and I left him home with, my ex. I said, I'll be right back. I'm running to Walmart. This is a guy I was with for a year. I trusted him, before he, stabbed me, of course. But I always look back after the situation and go, wow, you dumb, stupid piece of crap. One, don't ever do that again. And two, what were you thinking? Now, y'all, when I came home from Walmart and see my son was not there, I was like, where's my son? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, no, where's my son? Like, what? I knew his dad was coming to pick me up, but he wasn't telling me that his dad came and picked him up. He just kept saying, I don't know. And I think he was trying to instill fear in me because the way he was looking at me, and I'm like looking at my brother, and I'm like, oh, hell no. So I called his father immediately and was like, do you have him? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just tell me his dad came to pick him up? Like, what type of weird shit was that? So anyway, that was the first time, y'all, I had ever left one of my kids with somebody who wasn't a family member. Now, I have a daughter that is not of my son's father raised her, but his, right? And when I went into the relationship with him, my daughter was 1 year old. Okay. My daughter's now about to be 17 years old. All right. Never once did I ever expect that man to take up responsibility. Now, when you meet a man and you already have kids, you expect them to be great stepfathers. You expect this, but I don't know. For some reason, it just made me uncomfortable to ever ask him or to ever think to ask for him to pick up responsibility of my daughter. So anytime my daughter was around, now y'all know my daughter lived with my mom for a significant portion of her life while I went to college. So she would come and visit me a lot of the time, and I never asked him. Like when I went to college, I would take her with me. I could have left her home. Absolutely, I could have left her home. I could have left her home with her little brother and this man that I decided to bring into my life and date and have a child with, right? But fully not, it wasn't even that I didn't trust him. I just knew that this wasn't his child, you know? And people feel differently about children that are not theirs, especially little girls. You know what I'm saying? And as a woman who's been through things in her past as a little girl, I never wanted to subject. Again, it was, did I think he would? No. I knew he was a good man. I knew he was well equipped to take care of children. He had my son. However, again, biologically, she wasn't his. So I never, ever expected or thought like, oh, hey, can you watch her while I go to school? No, she came with me. My teacher would let her sit with me because I did school on the weekends. And that was when my daughter would come because I worked during the week and my daughter would come on the weekends. And my teachers loved her. She would come. She would sit next to me. She was so good in class. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I never, even when I went to the store, even when I got on we didn't even have a car at the time. I'd get on the bus. I'd bring her with me. There was never a time I left her alone with somebody I was with for years and years and years. And that was just because I know the risks of leaving children who aren't other people's biological children with them. And again, was it because I questioned him? No, not really. I never questioned him. I never thought he would ever hurt my children or hurt my child. No, my son's father is a very well put together, very good Haitian man. So no, I never thought that. I just know that there are risks. And you never want to be the type of parent who's like, I should have never done that. I knew the risks. You know what I'm saying? So that hit home to me because of the situation with my son, because I remember after I got stabbed, I looked at my brother and I said, I left my son with him when we ran to Walmart that day. I left my son with him for 15 minutes while we ran to Walmart. This is a man who almost took my life. I put my child in a risky situation. And at that time also, I was in full addiction too. But just to look back and think like, did something happen? No. Could it have? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially with that person, somebody you just don't know people. So if you're a woman or a mother who's out here dating, don't make it the person's responsibility to take care of children that aren't theirs. Okay? That type of responsibility doesn't come for years and years and years. You have to really know people to take care of your children. My children have never, besides that one indiscretion I had, have never been in the hands of anybody other than my family or their biological parents. Ever. It was always my mom or one of my brothers or my uncle. You know what I'm saying? Family that I trust. And even then, even sometimes you can't even trust your family, y'all, with kids. Kids get abused by family too. But to look at this little girl and see this case, it was like, wow. This woman trusted, mind you, the woman only was with him for 11 months. So you have a guy you're with 11 months. You have driving your little 13-year-old girl who's developing, you know what I'm saying? To school every day. Oh, see, for me, that wouldn't have been his responsibility. That's the mother's responsibility. That's why sometimes these cases, like I feel like the biological parent should also be held accountable, because nobody you've been dating 11 months should be escorting your little girl to school. That is your responsibility as her parent. You are her biological blood parent. That is your responsibility or her father's responsibility. And if the father isn't there, oh well, it's your responsibility. Like I said, when I have two children who one is not biologically the my son's father's daughter, okay? He always treated her kind, loving, with respect, but never one day did I ever think to ask him to take up responsibility for her, whereas to watch her while I did something. I always, and when she was with me, I always took her with me. And again, it wasn't because I didn't trust him. It was never because of that. It was just because of my own fears. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, this is your child. She is your responsibility. Biologically, she's not his. Again, people think differently of children who aren't biological. I treat my children way different than I treat children who are not biologically mine. And that's just human nature. That's not even to say like, whatever. That's just human nature. Your children, your kin, will be treated way differently than somebody else's kin. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just a sad thing to see that this stuff goes on so much. Parents leaving these women, and I know it's hard to be a single mom. Like, I know I've been a single mother, at the age of 16, and I know it's hard to be a single mom, and we feel like, okay, we got this man in our life. And he looked, when I looked at him, I was like, oh yeah, pedo. Immediately pedo went off in my head. Like, sometimes you could just look at people and tell. But women sometimes are so, that's why, like, I am never going to be in a relationship again until my kids are older. I'm not. Now, do I bring people ever to my home? Absolutely not. Not like that. No. Maybe a friend will come sit on the back porch with me and smoke or whatever, but no, I don't bring people to my home like that. But even saying, like, even if you did, like, you just can't trust people. Like, to have somebody bringing your little girl to school, and mind you, the abuse may have been going on before this whole incident. Like, there was videos found in his phone that were obviously of him and his area and a little girl. So who's to say they haven't released any information if it was her little girl? But how long has this abuse been going on? How long have you been leaving this little girl alone with a man you've only known for 11 months? And then for a child not to feel comfortable coming to their parent about it means you gave that child the understanding that anything she could confide in you about this man would potentially put her in harm's way. See, my daughter knows that I'm always on her side. I don't give a shit who it is. I'm always on her side. If something happened to my daughter's comfortable enough to come to me knowing mommy's on her side no matter what, to tell me something like that. So you made this girl feel like that man was more important than her. At some point, you made her feel like she couldn't come to you and tell you something that important. You know? This is why I will spend the rest of my days alone with my children. Until they are out of my home and in their own freaking homes, I will be alone until they are... No. I refuse to have anything under my... How do you not know your child's being abused under your own roof? Are you leaving this little girl at home that much with this person that you don't even know? Because I'm home 90% of the time with my kids. If they're not, I'm here, baby. I would know. My apartment ain't even that big. Like, how do you have a full boyfriend in the house and you don't know if he's abusing your child? Where did he get the time? Where is the time given to this person to be alone with this child long enough? You know what I'm saying? That was something I was always big on, with my kids, like, never leaving them alone with people I didn't trust. And again, you can't even leave them with people you trust. Never mind people you don't trust. And it's just like... It's just so sad that this happens to little babies all the time. It's become a thing where it's happening a lot more with these mothers' boyfriends. Usually it's infants. Like the infants that get left at home. And then the boyfriend shakes them or something because they're playing a game and they can't handle having a baby. No, you had this baby. This baby is not that man's baby. And it's never the biological parent. Children... Let me tell you something. In order for a biological parent to hurt a child, they have to be mentally incompetent. Biological parents of children don't hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a rarity that a child will be abused by the biological parents. It's rare. It's I mean, it happens all the time, but it's rarer than some Joe Schmo coming into the house and he's been there 11 months and then, no. That happens way more. They say 20 times more likely to be abused if they have a mother in the household dating. Because we have a lot of single mothers out here, and some people, I have a girlfriend like this. This girl can't be single for the life of her. She cannot sit down. She will go from boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend. And I never understood, like, how do you feel comfortable going, I call it relationship hopping, going from boyfriend to boyfriend, introducing your kids to all these different types of people. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't instill good values in children. My mother, she wasn't the best mother in the world at all, by any means. My mother had her faults. But one thing my mother never did was bring men in and out of her house. My father was the last man I seen in my home until we were adults. And then she found a man named Larry, and he was, she dated him for about 6 years. And he was a nice guy, nice older man. I actually really liked him. But my mother worked hard. My mother never had men in and out of our house. I've never seen, my mom didn't even leave. She went to work and came home and raised her kids. And my mom instilled that in me also. I am very comfortable being alone. I do not need, let me repeat that. I do not need a man to make me feel whole. My kids make me feel whole. That's who I need to make me feel whole, my children. And God forbid anything ever happened to them at the hands of somebody that I brought into their lives. I could not live with that. And then I'm watching the interview with the mother. And I have a 13-year-old, okay? I have a 13-year-old. No, he's 12. He'll be 13. But I close enough. If I found out that little boy did not make it to school and wasn't at school all day, I would be so distraught. I wouldn't even be able to talk. Like, you haven't found him yet? His cell phone was left at home? Oh, I would be so distraught. I wouldn't even be able to talk. I would be beside myself. Because the worst thing for a parent is to know that we can't find your child. 2, then they find the body. You think to yourself as a parent, like, what's happening in these last, like, how did I fail as a parent? That is an epic fail as a parent. That is crazy to me. I've been watching this case, and when he was on there doing his little, I was like, dude, this guy can't even look at the camera. Before they knew it was him, I said to myself, I bet you it's him. I bet you it's the mother. It's always the mother's boyfriend. Always. You were the last one with her. Now you're on here crying. He couldn't even look at the camera, y'all. Go watch Madeline Soto. Okay, go watch the case with Madeline Soto. The guy couldn't even look in the camera. He was telling the last whereabout, blah, blah, blah. He was looking down at the ground. He couldn't even look at the camera. The only time he looked at the camera is when they asked him how he felt. When he talked about that little girl, he looked down the whole time. I said, damn, this man can't even look in the camera. The mother was looking in the camera the whole time. Was she emotional? No, she wasn't emotional. That's why I think maybe she knew. She either knew abuse was going on and something bad happened to her daughter at the hands of this man, or she just looks like that. But I guess people process grief differently, but me, I would be sick. My son, one time, his bus was late. It was like 40 minutes late, and he didn't get off. I was calling the school. I even called the cops. Oh, yes, I did, because they were telling me they didn't have him getting on the bus. He was on the bus was late, but the school was telling me, like, some crazy shit. They were telling me they don't have him getting on the bus. He's not on the bus. I said, excuse me? You displaced my disabled son? Oh, I called the cops. I got them involved. Now, she didn't call the cops till 8 o'clock at night. She drove around. What time does school get out? In Florida, they get out around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So from 3 to 8 o'clock at night, she was driving around looking for the kid without even calling the cops. That's a red flag too, because not only would I have been driving looking for the child, I would have been calling the cops to have them look with me. The minute she wasn't at the mother's place of business, because she said that her mother owned a business down the street she could have walked to. The minute I found out she wasn't there, that's when the cops would have been brought in. Immediately. You bring the police in immediately if you're not a guilty person. But I feel like in these situations, mothers should be held accountable, because why are you leaving a child that is not biologically another man's? I don't care how long you've been with him. If it ain't over 5 years, don't leave your child there. Okay? Don't. Just don't. You don't know people. You really don't. You really don't. You don't know people until you're living in a home with them and you're around them 24 hours a day. You do not know people. And sometimes you don't know them then. Did I ever think the situation that happened to me would ever happen at the hands of who it did? Absolutely not. I couldn't even. At that moment, I would have told you. If you would have came to me and told me my future, I would have told you were lying. I would have told you you're a liar. That would never happen. Because you don't know people and you don't know their intent. That it was just a crazy. I'm sick of seeing these little babies on these news killed by their mother's boyfriend of 11 months. That you leave in responsibility to take your little developing 13-year-old daughter to school every day. Are you out of your mind? Men are sick, man. Most men are so. The very few proportion of women are sick, but men are sick. And they've been sick throughout all of time, okay? They've been known to rape, murder, kill. That's how men are created. Not all of them, but a lot of them, okay? So you never know the intent behind somebody. So to see that little girl, that beautiful little girl, and when they said her body was found, it broke my freaking heart. It broke my heart, and I knew. Looking at that guy, I knew. You could just tell. You could tell, man. Anyway, that shit broke my heart, dude. So, yeah, that's what's happening now. I don't know if there's been any new updates on the case, but it's just, we live in a sick world, y'all. We live in a sick, sick world. At least he's behind bars. I don't even think he's charged with her murder yet. I think he's just charged for the child pee they found in his phone. And they're trying to figure out who the child is in the videos on his phone. They've already identified him in the videos. They're just trying to find out who the child is. And I don't know if they released who the child is yet. But I guarantee it was that little girl. Guaranteed. I guaranteed he's been watching her and taking responsibility while the mother's at work for probably the whole 11 months that she's known him. Yeah, because some women are desperate like that, y'all. Some women are very desperate like that. And because they're a single mom and they don't have babysitting, they find these boyfriends. Like I said, I have a friend like that. One day, my friend, her boyfriend, he was watching her little girl. And I said to her, I said, damn, you feel comfortable like that with him watching her like that? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, but I could never be me, dude. Like, so anyway, so they dropped me off. And about 20 minutes later, I wanted to walk to the store, the corner store or whatever. So I'm going to the corner store. He must have already dropped her off at work. And I see his car, y'all. And he's not in it, but the baby is in the middle of the hood at a gas pump. Okay. So I go look up in the car. I take a picture of Ariana in the car. Boop, took a picture of her real quick. And I'm standing out there with her, just waiting for him to come out. 15 to 20 minutes later, he came out, y'all. This little girl was sitting in that back seat. And mind you, at this time, she was less than 1 year old. In a car seat in the back of a car, and the babysitter, the mom's boyfriend, in the store for 20 minutes. So I called my friend. I said, I'm taking your daughter home. She goes, why? I go, BJ just dropped you off at work? Oh, okay. Ariana's over here in the car. She's been sitting out in the parking lot alone, strapped up in the back of the car seat, for about 20 minutes now. I'm taking her home. When you get off of work, call me, come get her. When he came out, I totally bugged out on him. I had her in hand already because I knew he would try to, not give her. So I already had her out of the car. Doors were unlocked, y'all. That's how easy it would have been. What I should have done was took her without even telling him and told her, hey, I'm taking him, the baby, without even telling him, see what he does, what's his reaction. I should have just done that and walked home with her and just, whatever, let him freak out. But no, I stood out there because I was so mad. I was so pissed, y'all. I was like, how do you leave this? First of all, that's what I'm saying, y'all. People don't take care of other people's kids like they would take care of their own. I'm telling you, that's with babysitters, men, women. Watch your kids and make sure your kids are safe, y'all. For real. Don't let people that aren't kin to your children be around your children like that. And you got to even watch the kin. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Anyway, y'all, aren't these so cute? Did you like my little clovers while I was blathering? I don't know, y'all. That case it just makes me so mad to see or watch children be abused or things like that. Just the most dumbest. Like, what would make like, you monster? Oh my God. There's a special hell for people like this, y'all, and prison will be his karma. These people can't breathe in prison, okay? These people can't live comfortably in prison. They can't. When you hurt women and children, you will never, ever sit or be comfortable behind the bars. You have to be PC. You have to be protective custody. You cannot. There's no way. And that's his karma. Listen. Anyway, y'all, we're top coating with our Bomb Nails top coat. Happy St. Patty's Day, y'all. I love this set. It was so beautiful. Sorry for my little rant. I seen it, y'all, and it was just, I've been watching the case for a couple days now, following it. It's just a sad reality we live in, dude. You can't trust nobody with your kids, man. Anyway, y'all, look how cute. Oh, my God, they're so cute. Sometimes I have so many things on my mind, but this particular day, I knew what I wanted. And I went for it, baby. But yeah, sometimes my nails will come out all jumbly because I have so many different things in mind. Oh, I'm so tired, y'all. I'm so tired. Why am I so tired? I'm always tired. Y'all. I need energy. Yeah, that's what I need. I wish I had I need energy, man. I need to go on a diet and get some energy. For real. Because that's probably why I have no energy. My eating habits are horrible. I'm freaking gaining so much weight. Oh my God, my life. Wow. This went from freaking, hey, how you doing? How's everybody's day going? To lemon zesty depressy. What did Aaliyah say? Zesty depressy? Zesty, lemon zesty. Whatever. Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the nails. Oh my God, stop yawning. Holy crap. I hope y'all enjoyed the nails. This is what we're looking like. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you, Toy, for doing this collaboration with me. I love you, girl. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to see your nails later. I love you. Everybody, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening to me rant about the Madeline Soto, y'all. If y'all haven't heard about the case, it's brand new. Go check it out. It's just crazy and sad, y'all. Just so sad. I love y'all. I will be here Freestyle Friday, and we are going to turn up, baby. I will see y'all Freestyle Friday, and I'm out. Okay. Peace.